couple of Sundays ago, I woke up early in the morning, 5:30, earlier than anybody should get up on a Sunday. But I had a melody in my head, and it's one of those moments where I know that I need to go do something with it, or I'll lose it and regret it. So I got up, put some clothes on, came downstairs, and sat down at the piano, which I never use to write songs. I use it for arranging and for writing instrumental pieces, but I don't know that I've ever written a song on the piano. And so I wrote the verse and the chorus and a couple more verses, and throughout the next few hours I basically had the whole song, although I've updated it since. This is the final version that I'm about to play. I think it's the final version, you never know. But later that day, in the afternoon, around 1 or 2, my brother called me to tell me that my dad had passed that morning, around the time I was writing the song. Coincidence, poetic coincidence, but poignant-ish. I don't know. This is kind of a rough gestural sketch of what I was thinking about my dad's life at that time, that morning. Not a biography, but a song. So I'm gonna play it. You're coming up for air. You're coming up for air. The ground beneath you's falling fast. The sun is in your hair. When you embarked up on this trip, the sky was azure blue. The rolling hills beneath your fist were wet with morning dew. You romped around the neighborhood, you frolicked on the sea. At every port you overtook, you'd take a part with glee. Now you're coming up for air. You're coming up for air. You can feel your body sinking, shit's flying everywhere. Eventually you came aground, you wanted something more. You leapt off with a single bound, feet firmly on the shore. You settled down, you took a wife, you had some handsome sons. You paid your dues, you lived your life, you woke up with the sun. Now you're coming up for air. You're coming up for air. The whole world's watching over you as you slowly disappear. You're coming up for air. Halfway through the fairy tale, you woke up in a haze, prepared the boat, you raised a sail to break your halcyon days. You stumbled up the narrow steps, you rummaged through the bars. You gallivanted, laughed and wept, blinded by the stars. In time you found another wife and settled down for good. Miles from every harbor light, forgot the things you could. Now you're coming up for air. You're coming up for air. The whole world's watching over you as your body's everywhere, as you slowly disappear. You're coming up for